Day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to TNA Rebellion Screw the Rules, We're Tag Champions Edition. With the TNA pay-per-view, as always, I am that corny reviewer, Matt, and to join me, my number one, Tan Nakano Mourner for the evening, the IWC World Chief of Korea. Andrew, what's going on? How you coping?
I mean, well enough. I wore white, which is, the symbol of death in Eastern culture, even though Western, we like to wear black to funerals. It's white in Eastern culture. I know you know that, but people may not. So, it's symbolic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We did talk about Tam a lot. We kind of knew this was coming because it was kind of a foreshadowed gimmick.
Yeah.
So I don't really count this towards our bullshit powers, but it's still sad. And I did like how even Saya kind of broke character a little bit from being her evil little hate Dark Phoenix thing to realizing what Tam meant to her. So
I was saying, well, careful with the Dark Phoenix gimmick. That was mine. Damn it! By Cracky, I will sue you.
Can't X-Men sue both of you though?
I mean, they could try.
And they'll win, yes.
And they'll win, but I also have the power of arson on my side.
That only works if you can challenge them to a wrestling match, because then it's not a felony. Ask Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to gimmick the fuck out of this. You have to work with Saya so that you can both fight Marvel for the X-Men thing.
Exactly. It's like, let's fucking fight.
Exactly. Just make it like a triple threat. And you'd be like, you and Saya have to like work together to defeat the greater, issue, the bigger opponent. Marvel and Disney.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, our number one enemy.
No, we're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go this time.
It's too late in the day for that.
We're not gonna do a lot of our bullshit today because it is late. We had a pay-per-view. We had a solid pay-per-view.
It was. It's not like it was a bad show, so I don't hate the reason why I stayed up late. It doesn't feel like I wasted time, but it doesn't make it not nearly midnight.
Right. Yeah. We'll be a little after midnight, but we won't be like 1 or 2 o'clock. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Dante your bios, as they say.
I hope no one ever says that. Just say.
I guess the kids say we're here to Dante your bios.
Like I think I died of cringe, came back to life, and died again. Like,
Oh yeah, again, recovering cringe addict. We know, we get it.
The mention of Naruto, much less the fact that you said that, and that not only sounds plausible as something that somebody might say, but like it's so dumb.
It fits. It sounds like our channel, so
it does. Like the piece fits, but it's like the fucking circle going through the square.
We just regret saying it once it's over.
Exactly. It's like the girl that overreacts when the wrong shapes go into the one square. It's like they can all fit. They're not supposed to, but they do. It's like, okay, you're right. It fits. I don't like it though. Like, fucking.
A couple things to Japan. As we talked about, Tan Nakano retired.
Yeah.
I heard the match is really good. I will have to watch it.
I mean, Tam's come a long way. Like,
Yeah.
We've mentioned it before. I remember when she was hard to watch.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
I think we both always thought she was a cute human. But like when she
Human.
was, I just in general, she's attractive. But like watching her early stuff before EO basically like forced her to grow up, and then Oedo Tai kind of helped her along the way too. Like
Yeah.
she was hard to fucking watch, but she
Hmm.
figured it out like the last 4 years. Like I feel like she got really good sometime like part way through the pandemic
Right.
because she got really
Um,
good at selling first, and then she would do like that Northern Lights suplex she did at some point, and she had a couple of like the drivers. I forget exactly what she called them,
I forgot.
but everything started looking good, and she was like the best seller aside from Arisa Hoshiki, and
Yeah.
Hoshiki had to retire early because of injuries.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I
That was probably one of the better comebacks in terms
Hoshiki, yeah.
of in terms of Joshi or anything in Japan that someone made a comeback.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. We'll stick with Joshi because I guess technically Shibata is probably the biggest comeback out of Japanese wrestling. So we
I mean,
we can't.
I meant like more of like in Japan, like staying in Japan.
You know what I mean, though.
I know what
Like,
you mean. I know what you mean.
and I do agree that Arisa would be like the biggest Joshi story of a comeback in a while, a few
Yeah, yeah,
years.
because she disappeared for a while, and then she came back. Like, how was she gonna do? She was very frail, but goddamn, she delivered a lot.
Yeah, for what was it, like a good 2-ish years? I think she came back, and she missed a couple shows here or there because of not feeling well or maybe being a little too banged up. But generally speaking,
didn't she have a band or something like that too?
she did do music. Yes,
Yes. Yeah, from 2019,
to like 2021, right? Was
2018 to 2020.
there? It is. I knew it was like around the beginning ish of the
Yeah,
pandemic,
yeah,
but
it was like the end of 2018 till like yeah, almost. We got about a good year and a half with her.
yeah, and she only missed a couple dates. Like that's not bad for her. She was still great when she came back too.
Yeah, yeah, with the white belt, yeah, she had a better run with that than Momo did.
Momo is such a what if.
Yeah, they had plenty of time. They could have done it when she beat Io, but they didn't.
Like she was supposed to be the next one. Like EO kind of crowned her as the next one. I think even Kyrie liked her and thought she was the next
Yeah, and
one.
then she got main event over the world champion when Kagasu was champ.
I mean, a lot of people didn't like Kagetsu not just because of the Oedo Tai thing, but just
I
because
know,
they
but I'm
didn't like
saying though,
her.
like, but it's like when we had those two titles the same night, it was usually
Oh
Momo
yeah,
had the main events
she
on
pulled a
average.
Shinsuke.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then it's like I don't know why they never pulled the trigger on her. And I
uh,
know why they probably won't now, which it's Japan, it's Stardom. What are you gonna do?
yeah,
But
but
it goes without saying. That's why I
it
had to
does,
say
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But
She'd probably get
still,
pushed decently in Marigold because it doesn't seem like even
probably would have.
even though it's Rossi in charge of Marigold, he doesn't seem to have the same mentality as he had with Stardom.
Right.
Speaking, since we're on Japan, I don't know if you read anything further or even read what I'm going to talk about, but did you know that Starlight was thinking about leaving when Marigold was created?
I did not.
She said recently in an interview something like that, like even though the old Stardom that she kind of fell in love with is no longer here, she thought about leaving but decided to stay because whatever reason she was trying to prove to herself. But
Right.
she never said the words directly, I was going to jump to Marigold. But where the fuck else would she go?
Right.
She, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to go to Tokyo Joshi Pro. So that would
Uh,
have been funny, because, fuck. I
that would have
think
been.
I think Rossi would have pushed the shit out of Starlight, but the problem is, would she have to drop Starlight gimmick?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because again, I don't want her to lose the mask. I mean,
Yeah,
eventually she will, but
maybe she probably will when she hangs it up.
that'd be fine. But like again, we've seen enough of her Twitter pictures where she puts like a little heart over part of her face when she's not in full gimmick and she's out like getting Starbucks or whatever. Again, she's a pretty girl, but
Right.
without the mask, she's just another fucking pretty girl. Like, stop it. We don't need more pretty girls. Like, be interesting.
Yeah, we had plenty of pretty girls.
Exactly. It's
Yep. And then one more. Congrats to the new Hayabusa. Apparently very positive from the fans and attendance against defeated Masato Tanaka with the Firebird
Did you
Splash.
see it? Did you see it yet?
It will not air until next week.
Okay, well that didn't mean that you didn't have a way to see it before it airs. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would.
yeah.
Or
It does. Yeah, it just won't be on Samurai TV till May 4th.
Gotcha. Who was it filmed under again?
Like
Because
the promotion
yeah, because it wasn't a normal promotion, right?
is I think it was like a freelance show.
Because it was Megumi Kudo was like
And,
the president or CEO or something like
yeah,
that. And who was the other one?
I think Jinsei.
I think you're right. I think it was Jinsei. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was for the Lucha Fiesta special.
Yep.
Yep. But no, apparently fans were very impressed.
Good.
Gear looks nice. He did the moves really well. He won with the Firebird.
Did he introduce anything new from what you've heard, or did he
Uh,
stick with the classics?
I don't know. It seems like more or less classic, but there might be some innovation. Apparently, it is a 0-1 wrestler. I just forgot the guy's name. That is under
Oh.
the mask.
Oh no shit.
Well, it's not an official thing, but that was the speculation. Hold on. I think I have it because I know someone was doing a little thread on it. It might be Genta Hiriki, who was Astro in 0-1 a couple years ago. Under the mask.
Oh, he was at. Okay, I'll have to see his. I see this match with New Hayabusa and then compare tape.
Yeah. Did you see the new mask and stuff?
I did not know.
That it's still the same classic mask, but it looks a little bit updated, like with like the sides and stuff like that.
The full. Did he go for the full wraparound head and mouth with just the slits for the eyes, or did he just have them separate pieces?
I will send it to you though. But
Yeah, send me that one.
yeah. And
'Cause-
Jinsei was in his corner, and
Is
and
Megumi doing commentary or anything? Or is she just like an off-camera president?
might have been off camera.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But also, Mammoth came out after the match. Mammoth
Why?
Sasaki. Because
Why?
apparently they're doing a tag match. Masato and Mammoth against Jinsei and Hayabusa on May 7th.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, I get it. Mammoth was the last opponent for the original one. Hayabusa and Jinsei were a tag team.
Oh yeah. If what was Shinsei's fucking saying? If Hayabusa's the sun, then I'm the moon, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that team, but no, that makes sense. That gives the new kid a nice rub right there, though.
Yeah, looks like they're pretty confident in this so far, but I'm glad the fan reactions were just positive for the show. From what I've been reading, so I'm happy for that.
And everybody involved giving him another rub in the ring, assuming it goes over well. Like
Yep.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. And
This
but
could be good.
Yeah, I know. I want to be positive. I want to watch it. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I would probably watch that too, just because I'm interested. Because
Yeah.
I hope he innovates eventually. That's the one
sure,
thing I liked about.
I'm sure he will. I think it's just more of, can he do what people remember him by first?
Oh yeah, that's one thing I like about the different Tigers, is they stick with some of the normal offense, but then they also do their own thing.
Right.
So I need to see that from this Hayabusa, but
Right.
the first few matches should just be a nostalgic kick. I agree with her.
Yeah. And Champion Carnival almost over. Davey Boy Smith is leading A block with 10 points. And for B block, Hippakikuta is leading B block with 8 points.
I forgot hip hop was in that.
Yeah, and Shotaro only won 2
No.
matches.
Why are they burying him again?
I don't know. No.
Didn't he re-sign to that fucking place a
He
year or
did.
two
He
ago?
did. He did.
But why?
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if they hate him or.
You know the sad thing is if you look at Manabu Soya
Yeah.
and Shotaro Shino, who were in the same group in Wrestle One, and they were
Yeah.
like the 1 and 2 in that group,
Yeah.
and then they split off to different companies, Soya to Noah, and then Ashino to AJ. Soya was kind of used as an enhancement guy the first year or so to prove
Yeah.
himself.
They eventually
Then,
won the belts.
but now look, he's in fucking Zeus shape. Man looks fucking fantastic too.
Right.
Like I don't know what the fuck he looks fucking fantastic. They gave him the national belt once or twice. I
Yeah.
think he's challenged for the heavyweight once or twice. So like he's very much in that upper mid card argument right now. Where
Right.
what the fuck is Ashino aside from just getting buried by Suwama and getting buried by whomever? And didn't he win like a tag tournament at some point or like a tag title? Is that really what
Who
they've
should?
given him?
Who Shotaro?
Ashino? Yeah.
Oh
I
God,
feel like
no.
they gave him a bone somewhere, but like
He was tag champ with Suwama for 250
that's
days,
what I thought it was.
and then he won it again with Ryuki Honda
I don't
for
remember that one. But okay,
120 days.
but like it. Would you have even thought that Soya was going to be a bigger thing than Ashino?
No.
Like I don't get it. Ashino had fucking Ace written all over him in Wrestle One.
He did, and this is the unfortunate result now.
Like the two that should have been the big breakout stars of Wrestle One was Ashino and Ikemen. And I know you like Jiro, so you follow some of his stuff.
Yeah,
But like, what the fuck are they doing really in the grand scheme of?
yeah. Also fought CK Yoshioka. Like
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
top junior. He's a
was.
top junior. Yeah.
But you get what I mean, though. It's
Yeah.
like out of the ones that caught your eye the most, and then when it came to women, it was Ano Saori and Hana
Right.
because they were the ones that people cared about, and we. Saori's at least going strong. It took her a little bit to get to stardom and get to a bigger stage, but she did, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, we know what happened with Hana. So,
Yeah.
but like, what the
Who,
fuck, Ashino and Soya? Like, that's just ugh.
who's that? Who's that other underrated guy we liked?
In
He
Wrestle
was a
One?
junior, but he kind of had like Eddie Guerrero trunks with the fire.
That wasn't the Angel guy, was it?
Was it Kodama?
Could have been.
Um.
Can it actually make me look this up now?
I'm trying. I think
I don't
it's.
think we cared that much about like Kondo.
Okay. Yusuke Kodama. That's who it was.
He's older than I thought he was too. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. How old is he? 38.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
See,
Yeah, I'd probably be like 32 by now.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's in his like early 30s, maybe. No, he was older than I thought he was back then.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was pretty solid.
Yeah, he wasn't bad at all.
Okay. Oh yeah, the show. That's the thing we were supposed to do.
Speaking of not bad at all, not
Yeah,
great, but not bad.
No, better than I expected it to be.
Agreed, especially with that build we've gotten last month or so. This was surprisingly good.
Yeah, and then we actually had 2 pre-show matches. Our first one, Zaya Brookside, Lei Ying Lee, and Rosemary against the Fatal Influence. And I was kind of surprised the heels won, but just look at it, I was like, you know what, that's probably expected because what happened with Rosemary and Zaya.
I was confused by this because I thought Zaya got past that. Zaya
Yeah.
came down angry last Impact. She's been trying to get more of an edge, and yet she does the same dumb shit she did when Rosemary first started arguing with her, like 3 weeks ago, a month. Why?
I don't know.
Like, it feels like it's just a really lazy way to extend the story so that it turns into a Zaya heel turn eventually. But, like, they don't want to do it right now, so
Is
they
Lady
went
gonna
back.
turn with her?
See, this is kind of foreshadowing for the rest of the card, but we don't have any good heel females that
We
could
don't.
really legitimately challenge Masha.
Outside of Tessa, no.
That's my point. Tessa is literally the only person that can take the belt off of Masha. Everybody else is a babyface. And nobody
Yep.
wants to see babyface versus babyface, especially TNA trying to tell a babyface versus
Yeah, it's just
babyface story.
like who are we pushing?
So someone's got to turn heel, or we have to really hope NXT wants to keep feeding us fucking people. Because this Knockouts division is pretty painful looking.
Especially the tag division.
Oh, you mean the two teams that we have, and we
Exactly.
call it a
The only
division?
two teams, but no, Fatal Influence won after Zaya didn't want to use the brass knucks on JC Penny, I think, or whatever her name is.
Hey, at least she knew how to hold them.
Yep. And right now, it's holding time.
Well, okay, yes. But do you, TNA trivia, do you know why I said at least she knew how to hold brass knuckles?
Because they don't hold them the correct way. They put them on wrong, or
Somebody did in a very famous spot that was memed on and used constantly back in Spike era TNA. Do you remember who?
it wasn't the Beautiful People.
Nope, it was not.
Trying to think. Was it a knockout or was it a guy?
'Twas a knockout.
Not Raka Khan.
Not Raka-Khan, no.
Raka Khan.
Raka-Khan.
And obviously a heel. Not ODB.
Not RDB, no.
I was saying I think she would hit you with them for real if you did them. If you put them on raw in front of her.
Yeah, she would know how to put brass knucks on.
Yeah, and hit you with them. Be like, hey, this is how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I don't remember.
Sojourner Bolt.
Oh, I forgot all about that name.
Which was Raka-Khan's little tag partner at some point. So I thought after you said Raka-Khan, you might have got it with Sojo.
I forgot who the other person was.
Oh,
I was gonna say Rosie. Rosie, a lot of love next.
Rosie, a lot of love was next. Oh, good God. Shit. Yeah, they did bring her back at some point, so I guess you had a couple chances of being right there. Got Rosie. Fucking fuck, man.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens with the females later
Lacey
on.
Von Erich would have been a better guess.
I try to forget about her.
At least she probably would put breast knucks on backwards.
She'll put them on her toes.
Some people might be into that.
Yeah, Tony Atlas. Just kick me with the breast knuck toe.
Oh, God. Could you imagine her just like breast knuck roundhouse kicking Tony Atlas? Tony Atlas might fall in love.
What's this? I'm married? Oh, not anymore.
I'm getting a divorce, and that ring is going to you, girl.
Yeah. Our next pre-show, the Walk with Elijah Open Challenge, and the person that answered it was Shane Haste from TMDK or New Japan.
What the fuck happened to him?
I don't know.
Watching the way he walked down, I am very glad I stopped watching New Japan a couple years back. Because, like, what is he? The hilarious Shane Haste? And he's all quirky and trying to walk down in a What the fuck kind of bullshit is this?
Quirky, funny.
TMDK used to be badass as fuck in Noah when they were just like they were Aussie Open before Aussie Open, and they would just beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Then they got ruined a little bit in NXT,
Right.
but that was also partially injuries. I can't blame it 100% on Vince. You know what I mean?
Injuries, then they were bland with their talking skills. Then Shane was slapjack, while
But
Mickey got
yeah,
fired.
yep, yep. Nichols got fired first, right? And then Shane was like a year after that, or a few months. But
Yeah.
either way, so some of it wasn't their fault, some of it was. But what the fuck is this hilarious bullshit? Keep that in
Yep,
Japan. That's stupid.
yep. But Elijah won. Elijah made that mighty pace kneel.
Thank God.
Yep. So, were you expecting Elijah to come out during the main event after his promo?
No, because he's Joe's friend.
But he said he was gonna watch, so I thought he was gonna come sit ringside.
Yeah, that's looming. That would make it seem like he has ulterior motives.
Right.
I like as like we've both kind of talked about before. I'd like to see Elijah stay babyface because we don't have the same
Yeah.
issue we have with the knockouts, but in reverse with the main event scene.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have a lot of top babyface guys,
No, it's like Santana and Hendry,
and kind of Elijah.
but yeah, but he's in that will he won't he kind of thing because
Yeah.
more people than just you were thinking that what if he came out? What if he walked out? When's he gonna turn on Joe? Kind of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like it's like I'm getting these vibes from you.
So like we only have two good guys to kind of solidify intention behind. Just like in the knockouts division, we only have one main event woman that's kind of a heel.
Pretty much.
So it's like they need to figure it the fuck out.
But also, we got an announcement that JDC will not make it due to travel issues, so Moose is going to pull a double duty.
Yeah, this ruins things slightly for the finish, but as soon
Yeah.
as they said that, did you not go immediately? Oh, he's winning the Ultimate X match.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. Because I'm like, how would you go from losing the first match to
Yeah,
wrestling in one, two, or
that
three
gave it
later?
away. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm kind of annoyed.
I am too. Because I'm just like,
Save it for during the entrance.
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. I defended this, so you know what? I'm gonna wrestle again, type of thing.
Especially since weren't they supposed to have like a working relationship with the Colognes? Are the Colognes even part of fucking TNA anymore? Or was that like a one taping only and then they fucking fucked off to their home universe?
Probably that.
So it's like, ugh. This inconsistent TNA writing is painful.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That part is just. But no, no, these weren't bad. They were decent matches for the pre-show. They were pre-show matches, so.
They were. I didn't like the fact that the Zaya one felt like they took a few steps backwards in a story we already started.
Right.
And yet the Elijah one was, I don't know. Shane Haste existing bothered me.
Yeah, and Elijah got a win. That's all we cared about.
More or less, yeah, I can take that.
But our first match was the Ultimate X with Moose, Matt Cardona, Leon Slater, Reggie, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Casey Navarro, our boy Casey.
Yeah.
You know what? This was kind of fun. It was spot fest galore. It's what you expected.
Yeah, it was spotty. It was fun. I'm not gonna argue that. And I did like how Moose played with his fear of heights, though.
Yeah, I like how he made Alisha like, go get it, go get it.
That was fantastic, and she almost did.
Yeah,
That is the worst part.
And then she looked down and was like, ah, shit, alright, I lost my balance. Catch me.
And he did, and then the fucking super kick was perfect, where he just kind of went stiff and dead, and
He just fell backwards and then she landed on top of him.
exactly. So I'm like, that was funny. That's actually really good spot. I like that shit.
That worked.
And I don't know what the fuck did Reggie, Sydney, whatever fucking name it was, what the fuck did he do when when Moose tried to flip him and then he did the uneven bars in the Olympics where he kind of went all the way around, pulled up, and then tried to go for some kind of splash senton,
Yeah.
self power bomb himself move.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do a Hurricanrana, but he just got caught.
But like, what the fuck was that though? It looked like a mess.
I don't know. He got lost in his own sauce.
I think he did too, because I'm like, did you just let Jesus power bomb you?
Yeah.
Because like, that's just kind of what it looked like.
Kwame just like, I'm gonna catch you and we'll powerbomb you.
And then he's like, no, Jesus got this.
Yeah.
Kwame's like, I caught Alisha already. We're done here. I caught Linka already. I had to think for a second. I'm like, which one do we make her?
But no, people got plenty of opportunity to shine. Casey, give him everything.
Yeah, he needs more credit, man. Casey did so beautiful. That Destino he pulls off, the blessing in disguise, such a wonderful move. He pulls it off so good.
Yeah, it's smooth when he does it. I like the AJ Francis development.
I did too.
You know what, Leon? He did nice with the swanton off the top.
You know the funniest part about that though?
Don't cut him.
Yes! It's just like
cut him.
like he literally just hit pavement and bounced. And I'm like, oh.
I'm just like,
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it. I'm like, and then so many people almost died in matches today. Like it just looked bad at times.
But Leon, he was ready. Go climb the ladder and make yourself famous, kid. As he grabs the belts. Oh, he's so close, but before he can land on his feet, boom! Spear.
I mean, Moose did play football. It's an interception.
Yep.
It's
fumble.
not a catch until both feet touch and you're in bounds.
Fumble, interception, Moose retained. Like, you know what?
Moose wins.
That was a smart way to do it.
It was, honestly. That was a clever finish. Like,
yeah.
Even though they didn't do anything with it with Otis when they did Money in the Building, I kind of liked that gimmick of, like, what it was, AJ and whoever fighting, and then they dropped it and it just landed in Otis's hands.
Right.
I like quirky finishes like that.
Yeah, and it works for the heel, so...
Yeah. Everything doesn't need to be some crazy spot and, like, the crazy one has to win, you know what I mean?
So, of course, this is obviously going to give a rematch to Leon and Moose 1-on-1.
Is it?
Probably.
Well, I'll bring up my reason why I said is it when we get to the trios match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, they'll probably be next, and then...
I'm just saying...
I'm saying, I feel like it's going to lead to Leon beating Moose 1-on-1.
I hope not.
I know, but with how much they've been hyped up this stupid...
But Leon's like half his size. It's not believable unless Moose comes in beat up.
Well, he has until September to turn 21, so...
That sounds so wrong outside of context.
TikTok Leon boy.
Oh boy. At least he's older than 18. We're good. Don't worry about it. It's not wrong.
Yeah. But next match, 4 corners, knockouts tag. The Elegances, Metaphor, Spitfire, and our
Hot Topic hotties.
Hot Topic Paxley.
Again, don't disrespect her like this. She is a little gothic snack, and you know it.
I know they are.
You're just mad at her from the first time she showed up, and you're just like, "Who the fuck is this bitch? Yeah. I'm not gonna remember her name. Fuck you."
Who is this job girl?
Who is this hot gothic job girl?
Exactly.
It's like you literally just named every woman that works at Hot Topic.
Yes.
Okay, yes, but shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, then we got Heather looking like a hippity hop snow bunny.
Well, yeah. Heather and Ash both came out in like the little Playboy bunny. They both wanted to be Boma for Easter kind of concept.
I mean, but no, fuck Ash's. I'm talking about Heather's.
Hey, you used to have an issue with Heather, so now you're a little sweeter on Heather. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes. Well, she's cute. So.
Hey, you wanted to be able to make fun of her old gimmick last name with the Reckless because you just didn't like her initially at first.
Yeah, I just didn't like that name.
I also don't like the fact that she's like 4'7". Like it's such a weird look when you compare her to everybody else in the ring. You're like, that's odd. Is that how Rey Mysterio feels when he's in the ring
Yeah,
with
she,
adults?
no, she ain't gonna main event a WrestleMania. She'll get squashed by Nia Jax in like 5 seconds, but
I mean, she might actually be able to avoid Nia Jax just by like squeezing between her thighs because she's so tiny. She's like, "Haha, you missed!"
until the refrigerator falls. But
Unless she's gonna be like that shrinking guy from fucking The Boys, she
yeah,
just ends up going up her ass,
yep.
and then Nia can go my hole again.
My hole. Oh boy, but.
uh,
Well, what you call it? The Elegantos won, all because thanks
to
to
Maggie Lee.
to Maggie Lee, our new friend, I guess, in TNA.
Yeah, the new clique member or whatever they're gonna make
Maggie
her.
by Elegance, she'll be next.
I just wonder when they're gonna let her talk.
Never.
I mean, they should have done that with Masha.
Yes, but they do it for the wrong people. So
Yeah, that's true. Masha needs a mouthpiece yesterday.
he does. But it's like we expected. It was a 4-way match. People doing spots. People getting a turn.
Nothing looked bad that I can remember, honestly.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just passable.
No, but I'm more just saying I don't remember anything looking like really terrible. So like
No,
that's impressive when you have 8 people. Something is bound to fuck up eventually. You know what I mean? But no, it all looked pretty decent.
yeah, decent, less than 10-minute match.
Yeah,
But no, to ascertain, that was the right outcome.
agreed.
You guys, NXT people lose. Shut up.
But they just won on the countdown. Buried. How
Very.
they buried Rosemary?
They're gonna buy the company now because of it. It's happening.
Yeah, they buried Rosemary and Mira Zayas. Like, how could they?
The next
Buried.
match, how could they bury?
Buried.
The Rascalz and Ace Austin with Sean Waltman against the Planeteers.
They did the thing that I wanted them to do. We talked about it Thursday. I said we needed to have a Bronco Busters for all moment.
Yep.
And what did we get?
We got it, but Sean didn't participate. Instead, he did an X Factor onto Alisha.
Yeah, but that was after the X Factor was Bronco Busters for all.
It was X Factor then Bronco Buster.
Yeah. I said
Okay.
after that it was Bronco Busters for all because everybody did a Bronco Buster. It was 4-corner Bronco Busters.
Yeah.
It was the best Bronco Busters.
Yeah, and then Sean just did a sidekick to Brian and Eddie's.
I mean, he still went well enough.
He did.
Obviously,
No,
you know,
he did.
it was like 3 moves and he already looked gassed at the end. But like,
Yeah, because people were making fun of him on the comments on Thursday. They go, "What's he gonna do? Like hit him with the cane?" I'm like, "Hey, as long as it works."
I mean, what? X-Pac's only 55, 56? He was significantly younger than the other ones.
Yeah,
That's why he was kid.
And yeah, he had a match last time.
So like,
He fought Jelly Nutella.
yeah. So like, I don't think Waltman's that old. He's just off of camera constantly.
Yeah.
Like he only comes back for like the DX reunion kind of shit or whatever.
Yeah, and you'll have a match once every few years.
More or less, yeah.
It's just very sporadic.
That would be neat though, is that if he does do more, just because it is technically a WWE adjacent relationship.
Yeah.
So it's not like he'd be pissing off Hunter or Sean or anybody.
Right. Yeah. It's just more. I guess it just depends on if they'll let him.
No, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't know how much he's interested in doing it and how much they'll let him get away with. But he does fit in with the Rascalz, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our good old Calcio and Pez.
And since Kelso got the pin on Moose,
Yeah.
I think we know where the X Division Championship title shot is going.
So I guess Under Siege that'll happen, or it'll be at a
Yeah.
TV event.
Wait, are they doing another one of those stupid ones before Under Siege? Or do you just mean an Impact?
Like an Impact.
Oh, no, it would... I would like to think it's Under Siege.
Yeah, we might cover that. We'll see. That might
Depends on...
be, yeah, that might be a weekend when I go to New York. So we'll see.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yes. So if we don't, you know why. If we do, that means I haven't got anywhere.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But no, not bad. I like the. I'm always looking for the UFO cutter. Boost took it.
That is such a nice one.
Boost took it great. Yeah, I'm surprised Moose got the pin. I just wish he didn't spoil that he was going to be in this match during the pre-show.
Yeah, I mean, the only good thing that comes from him spoiling it is the fact that it shows he's a little more of a fighting champion than his actions would lead you to believe.
Right.
Because, he likes to try to play like kind of lazy pussy bitch leader, sort of. But the fact that he stepped up to do double duty, that's a little out of character for him.
Right.
So
let's see if that actually happens still going forward.
yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with it. I wonder if this is leading towards maybe a Moose face turn.
I mean, how would you feel about a Moose face turn?
I'm okay with it. I mean, it took me a while to think about it because I remember the last time he was a face.
Yeah, that was like, what, 2018 maybe?
It feels like it was a while ago. Because I feel like, okay, yeah, because when he was...
Yeah, when he was in ROH trying to join Chaos.
Yeah. He was kind of face-ish at a different point in Impact TNA, too. And I don't think it was when they were doing the GFW Noah kind of stuff. I think it was a little bit after that. Like, I think they turned him face because didn't America's Top Team, weren't they coming in as, like, heels? And Moose was fighting against, like, Stephen Bonner or some shit like that.
I think it was something like that.
I can't 100%. Like, I think there was a brief time, but it would be nice because out of all the system, I think Moose would be the best face to turn.
Right.
Eddie's Eddie. Like, it doesn't matter. He's better as a heel because he can't talk that well. Myers is better as a heel, and Dango's better as a heel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Now I'm really trying to say, like, when did he turn? But not that important. I'll look later. But our next match, the Brokeback Maclin against Eric Young for the. The interviewer was trying to get some comments, but he was speechless.
Isn't that from Aladdin? That's not from Brokeback Mountain. Stop it. don't mix your genres. Stop it. Exactly. See, you knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, that fucking song. All because
when it's sung well, it's a nice song.
I know, like all because Jafar said you're a fine quality of life when you were quiet in the animated movie. That was the counteraction like 20 years later. She's not speechless, damn it.
I mean,
power.
There should have been a song about all good teenagers take off their clothes. Just let the tiger finally speak. That's just a whoa, let him cook moment. It's like he got a point here. Keep going, tiger.
keep going.
Exactly. But yeah, so like I would like a Moose face turn.
Right. But Northern Armory they got kicked out. They didn't play it back in the match. Thankfully, the match was okay.
Yeah.
But given that what happened after, there's going to be more, thankfully, because that was going to be their only counter. They're like, oh, that's kind of a blue ball after all their hype. With are they going to be together? They're Brokeback Mountain fiends by the fire a couple times.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it was weird the psychology there, because
Yeah.
I figure that EY was trying to get the point across that because he's got the jabronis, they're just going to win by numbers. So the jabronis were interfering a lot early, and
Yeah.
it was annoying. So then when they finally got kicked out, and it sort of ended just after a fucking like power like counter back and forth between pile driver and bullshit, and then
Yeah.
a fucking like a cradle like with a pin. Like I'm like really it made less sense than like when Okada beat fucking Omega with the double leg cradle. That made sense because people thought Okada couldn't win with a wrestling move.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
that was their 2 out of 3 falls thing, right?
Correct, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
Omega was saying that he can out wrestle Okada, so he beat him with a legitimate wrestling move.
Yeah.
There was nothing relevant about a cradle with what the fuck they're doing. It should have just been a knockout. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something, but or at least have that cradle roll up whatever be a little more smoother because that was just awkward with the pause kind of.
Or just do locomotion style.
Yeah.
Like, just have him go back and forth trading, and then eventually stops on Maclin getting just enough leverage to fucking win it out. That
Right.
would be fine.
Exactly.
But no, you're right. Like the pause, the random like cradle, and then the kind of one hooked leg and leaned a little forward, kind of late in the pin,
Yeah.
and it worked. I'm like, that just looked fucking stupid.
It did. But yeah, he couldn't celebrate long because Northern Armory started
Fucked
beating
him
the
with
crap out of
chains.
him. Yep. And then just like the choking him with the chain.
He was into it. I didn't hear him say a safe word.
Exactly.
He
Yeah,
knows
there was
better.
a autoerotic fixation.
We lost a lot of good people that way.
That was what they're doing in the cab in their tent on Brokeback Maclin.
That and roofies? No wonder why he passed out near the fire.
Yeah, no wonder he was pissed off. He wanted to be awake for it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But that's it. I expected more. I'm sure we'll get a better match next outcome.
Will we?
Hopefully.
I don't know what kind of gimmick they can go with aside from like a cage match, and that's just stupid.
Yeah. Well, what's not stupid is our False Count Anywhere Santana Mustafa Ali.
You might want to wait about 3 minutes into the match before you say it's not stupid.
You talking about when he messed up?
Yes, when he messed up like the triangle fucking whatever
Yeah,
he was trying to
yeah,
do, like
I
some
know.
kind of plancha fucking corkscrew crossbody thing.
Brr.
And he's like, blah, 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 poof. And then he tries to like play to the crowd. It's like, no, we all just saw you fucking fall on your face. Stop it.
Just accept it and keep going.
And then you set up a fucking table for 20 minutes after you didn't even hit the move. Stop it. And then even whatever Ali did next didn't look super smooth. Like they weren't on the same page in the very beginning.
but they eventually fixed it.
I'm not saying they didn't. That's why I said wait 3 minutes before
Yes.
we say it wasn't bad or stupid. Because those first 3 minutes, I was kind of watching that going, oh, this was supposed to be like the good match to save everybody's expectation if you like wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and it's not. But
Yeah.
it turned into a good brawl.
Yep. Fighting around the ring. Santana did a backflip, of course, and then Ali jumped like through the crowd
Hmm.
on top of the great hands or Rex and Weevil.
And security guards.
Yep. So the attention duelist guy and whoever else works for
Yeah.
Pegasus. His whole
All the
entourage.
extra bodies. All the extra bodies had to get in the way to catch Pegasus.
Exactly. That we got a couple nice spots. It was a really good brawl. A lot of tables. Too many tables.
And it was always by the heels.
Yeah.
Like, are they stupid? Like,
And
the
the
crowd
fan-
always cheers for tables.
Yeah, because they've been wired to like tables no matter what.
And they're wired to call for tables no matter what either.
No.
You could be fucking someone with a flaming barbed wire dildo and they'd still want a fucking table.
Yep.
I'd be more interested in what the fuck was going on in front of me if someone was able to pull out a barbed wire dildo in the middle of a wrestling match. You know what I mean? And they're like, fuck the table, what are we doing with that? No table, that.
No table.
What's the gimmick there? I need to see this. But no, the fucking heel pulls out 3 tables. That's dumb.
No. The Gray Hands got handcuffed, thankfully. And then Tasha pulled the table. And then she gets out for Razor's Edge.
Yeah, I did not love her outfit.
I did not either.
Like, it was kind of distracting, and I feel like that made pulling off that move awkward.
Yeah. But Santana was about to get a win till Ali hits Mike with the barbed wire bat.
Hmm.
But Santana got up, blood on his face, palms sweaty.
Mom
Did
spaghetti
spin,
everywhere.
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti everywhere. Did spin the block on Mom Spaghetti. Pinned 1, 2, 3. Crowd's happy. Nice stuff. Very choppy first few minutes, but after that, it did what it needed to be, which was like a fun brawl.
Yeah, it was a more blood feud than wrestling match, which, given the story, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the superplex was kind of cool too, with the where on the steps, using that.
Oh, yeah. That's the finish. Yes.
Yeah.
Or not quite, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But like the last few minutes were probably one of the better parts. But yeah. But no, fun match. Feud's over. I guess this will lead to Santana again in a world title match.
Against who? He's not gonna face Hendry. That's babyface versus baby. We don't do that here.
Well, then I guess he's got to be with someone else for a number contendership. I guess.
So what heel would you throw in the way aside from just a random system member? Just
He
because
can't be System again because he already fought him. He already fought them all.
you know what I mean.
I know. I'm trying to think. As he already beat Kazarian.
Uh-huh.
I guess if Ethan Page wants to stick around, or
Or
we
just
get Trick Williams versus Santana. Somebody. This.
I know that's just my problem is like I can't think of a fucking heel. Unless fucking Nick and Ryan just suddenly don't, defend the tag stuff and Nick just takes on Santana.
That'd be fine. But
Unless maybe Santana fucking buried the hatchet with Ortiz.
oh yeah, that I know he's still with AEW, so if it was if he wasn't, I would say it'd be cool if he just made an appearance and he helped Ali win.
So that's just my whole thing is I don't know what his contract looks like Ortiz. I don't know what their situation is, so that could be interesting.
He's in Guantanamo Bay somewhere. So
Guantanamo Bay.
well, speaking of Guantanamo Bay or somewhere along there, our Knockouts title match with Masha Slamovich and Tessa Blanchard.
Mm-hmm.
And not the outcome we predicted.
Which I don't like, not just because it wasn't what we predicted, but just because we talked about it a little bit before. The Knockouts division sucks right now.
Yeah.
Without being bolstered by NXT, the Knockouts division is pathetic looking. There is only one legitimate female heel, and it's Tessa. So you're just going to have to come up with some bullshit heel excuse as to why it was a cheap shit, why she lost, or why whatever, and then give her a next match in a month or two or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Maybe give her like one prove it feud to fill in, but then by like Slammiversary she should be facing Masha again. Just because they have no one else. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
How'd you feel about this match?
It felt rushed.
Like, not what you expected?
It
Yeah, I was expecting,
it felt rushed. It wasn't quite as crisp.
yeah, I was kind of hoping close to the quality of Jordan and Tessa when they fought.
I was even hoping for close to the quality of fucking Tessa and
Like,
Lee,
yeah,
because
that was good.
that was a good fucking match.
It was.
This was just rushed, and I get they don't like each other. I get that there's some heat for the perception of the angle, but like it didn't come off as aggression because of angry. It came off as rushed because of
Yeah.
time.
So it was just
And
like,
and then the crowd just shitting on it constantly, which I get it. It's Tessa. There's people that will shit on her because it's Tessa, but like the whole match until Masha won, they were chanting Goldberg at some fucking point.
yeah,
Aside from the fucking she's a racist or like John Cena sucks, I think popped up
maybe CM
once or
Punk.
twice. A CM Punk chant started. Yeah, exactly. So like that was annoying. It didn't really take away from the match for me, but just watching it on screen, it just made the experience bad.
Right.
Because if they're shitting on it, then they're giving you no reason to get engaged, so why the fuck would you care?
Yeah, that was just, yeah, it was just underwhelming. Like, this was probably one I was looking forward to the most.
Agreed.
It's like, oh man, it's gonna be a really good match, but it's just, it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, man, what a shame.
That's another reason why, even though it's a bad trope, and I don't like the fact that they're gonna maybe do it with Tessa with the heel coming up with a bullshit excuse of why they lost, and they'll get a rematch in a PLE or two. You have to do it.
And
Because this was such a bad match, it can't be the last time they touch for months on end. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I'm surprised Tessa tapped.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting a
Especially,
regular pinfall. Yeah,
especially that close to the ropes too, because she put the Fujiwara in like right next to the fucking corner.
right.
That's another reason why I think it felt rushed. Is I think that was just the finish, and you took the logic of where the positioning was out of the ring. You know what I
Well,
mean? And it just like finish the match, tap, go home. Okay.
but moving on, our next match. The Harley Boys and the Kaiba Boys.
I was immediately disappointed with the fact that the Hardys came out as regular Hardys.
Yeah, but they started throwing hands right away like they should have.
Because they needed to touch their belts one more time.
Yep. Because like, hey, you took our belts. You invaded our labyrinth.
Yes. Isn't that right, Para? That's right, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So they come over there like with their raging clues, storming into the rings.
Yes, and that's what all the fucking Gate Guardian pieces are actually just personalities from fucking Jeff.
They are.
It's fucking Itchweed,
Yeah.
fucking Willow, and fucking Nero.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The
Yeah.
Gate Guardian is the broken universe and the Hardy compound itself.
Exactly.
You figured it out.
Yeah, this was kind of entertaining. I was with it. Mokuba did a pretty good DDT, just like his brother Seto.
Hmm.
And then the ending was just a little weird. Like as soon as Matt Hardy stepped on the ref.
Yeah, that got weird.
Yeah, it
I've
got
never
weird right
actually
after that.
seen that happen before.
Yeah, there's like that. It just fell apart after. Like, was Mokuba supposed to come out? Was
I feel
he
like
did it?
Moko was supposed to break the pin, and he missed the timing, and Matt just had to come up with something.
So he was like, "I'm gonna step on you."
Yeah, we are the greatest tag team of all time, quote unquote, and for some reason I'm going to interfere in a pinfall because I haven't been doing this for 30 years now.
Um, but
Uh,
but a twist of fate, and as Jeff Hardy goes for the swanton, Mokuba holds his foot. Matt Hardy tries to go after the danger zone, by Seto. Then Mokuba tags himself in.
And
One,
Seto's okay with it too.
yep, 1, 2, 3. The Kaiba boys, the Dastardly Kaibas, are our tag team champions.
But Seto wasn't mad.
That I was surprised about.
Because if you think about it, remember their tags before Nick turned heel? Whenever Ryan would do that kind of shit and blind tag in just to get the pinfall or to like take some credit in the finish,
Yeah.
Nick would get offended. This time, he was grinning his ass off.
It's like, all right, he reminds me of young me, so I can't be mad.
I wonder why he reminds you of a young you. Shut up.
Yeah, it's like you're related.
He kind of is a young you.
Yeah, just a squeaky voice.
Yeah, but it was an okay match. It could have been better, but I wasn't too mad at it.
Yeah, it's a decent match. The ending just felt weird, like I said. But will we get more? Will we get a rematch? I'm sure.
Eventually, I mean, the Hardys held that title for what 6 months. Even commentary brought it up at some point in the match that it's like they've held it longer than any team has since the North.
Yeah, so you know what though. So you know what, even that's gonna be like probably their only run with the tag belts. Good for them.
Which I think that's fine. I don't think they need another one.
I think they will eventually go back to WWE now.
Yeah, I think we could get some traction out of a couple singles things with them.
Yeah,
Like Matt could maybe do an international title thing to maybe try to bolster that title's worth or, perception.
if they do, yeah.
And then Jeff could have one more shot at the world title for whatever reason.
Or finally win the X Division to become a Grand Slam.
Could do that too.
There's a lot they could do. We'll see. But now it's our time for the main event, so we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Kazarian, Hendry, and Ethan Page. Yep, now Joe's selling the injury with the shoulder. He said he got irritated during the Mania match.
And the reason he didn't come out with tape during Mania is because he didn't want to give Randy a target to aim for. Even though he didn't sell the shoulder at all during the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
When he did a kip up and he did a sack of shit and he did all this other stuff where if your shoulder was fucked up, you wouldn't be able to do it so cleanly.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But, you know what? Decent freeway.
I mean, yeah. Wrestling wise, it wasn't bad. The story they told made sense enough,
Yeah, Joe sold it kind of enough. Surprised about the outcome, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, given what happened, guess it makes sense.
I mean, given the fact the Hardys lost, yeah, you have to send the crowd home happy.
Yeah. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Happy New Sunday. What we've been up to? Well, we're about to wrap up our TNA Rebellion. Thanks for tuning in, though. Happy to have you. Your birthday is May 4th. You'll be 37. Well, I hope you enjoy your vacation at your grandparents'.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, give him a hell of a time. But, yeah, Kazarian was out for a while. I thought he was going to come in near the end, like, break it up, or no. Joe Hendry did a standing ovation to Ethan Page and won.
Agreed. It was a little abrupt, but it wasn't bad. The story was fine. It wasn't fantastic. Nothing in this show was, like, great that you have to go out of your way to watch, but nothing was offensive.
But you wouldn't go out and say, man, I wasted 3 hours watching this.
More or less, yeah. Nothing was offensive. It was entertaining, but it wasn't, like, historic.
Yeah, and then while Joe is celebrating, it doesn't last long because Trick Williams hit the trick shot to Joe Hendry, knocking him out. Oh, New Yorker. There we go. Nice, nice.
Right in between where you used to be and where I am.
Yeah. Where to be.
Where you used to be, yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
works.
But what you call it? Yeah, trick shot statement there. So I guess we'll have Trick and Joe Hendry.
We called the trick thing though,
Yeah,
because
especially because it happened in NXT. Yeah.
yeah, the only difference was we said if the heels were gonna win, it was because Trick was gonna show up to help one of them.
Yeah,
So
but
we
this
were
time,
close.
yeah, he showed up, just not during the match.
Fair. I mean, makes sense. He wouldn't want to help Ethan.
Yeah.
They have their own
Do
issues.
you do that for Slammiversary? Get a big NXT name against the
Is
top NXT.
NXT gonna have a fucking show beforehand though? Because that's another question you have to ask. Is that gonna be on the NXT's PLE? Or is it going to be on TNA's?
I thought it'd be on TNA's. I feel like Joe's gonna fight Obafemi at the NXT PLE.
Could be. I don't hate it. I'm just. It
I
would be
say, yeah.
interesting if they flipped. If Joe defended the TNA title on the NXT show, but Oba defended the NXT title on the fucking TNA show.
Right.
That could be funny.
That would be funny, but I don't think you want to see Hendry lose in a non-title match against the other company's champion.
Who said he's going to lose?
If you think he would win the NXT belts if he was TNA champion.
I feel like the fact that. Bless you.
Hey.
I feel like the fact that WWE has acknowledged him as far as they have, where Sean said good things and posted up videos. He was in Mania. They actually made mention of the fucking billboards he did last year, like, and he's already done stuff in NXT. I think they're good with giving Hendry a little more of a rub than a normal person.
I would agree, but I just don't know if they'll actually do it. It'd be nice. I'd be happy if they did, but it's just
Not to
will.
mention, it's also only, not to diminish that title completely, but it's only the NXT title. It's not like he'd be beating an established person on the main,
I would
quote unquote,
say it's about the same prestige.
as what?
Like NXT and TNA.
Eh, depends on what metric you use. TNA's been around for nearly 25 years.
But I'm saying,
NXT's been around for like 15, and NXT had its own dark period with the beginning of a reality show, which sucked, and
yeah,
2.0 was fucking terrible.
yeah.
So it's not like NXT's been 100% gas, for the last,
Yeah,
15 years?
I was saying like TNA here, NXT like right there in terms of title.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I agree.
Like it's not a big gap, but it's like a little close, especially with how they've been lately. Like you could probably do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess perception could make it seem like they're even, or NXT's above because it's got a bigger platform because it's WWE.
Yeah,
But
and the various people that have held that belt as well. But
true, but WWE even shat on their own brand for most of its existence as
yeah,
the developmental brand.
that's the other thing too.
It's like Ohio Valley Wrestling's belt isn't as, prestigious as NXT or anything like that.
Yeah. But guys, that is our thoughts. Like we said, decent show, not bad, not great, but we have fun.
Yeah.
Match of the night for you. I gave it to Santana Ali.
I have to give it to the main event, just because Santana Ali had that bad start in the beginning. They saved it, but I'm like, that made it a little rough.
Yeah, my second would be the main event, but
yeah. I mean, they're 1 and 2 for me also, but if I would edge out the main event slightly.
Right, no, that's fair. Megastar of the night.
Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg guy.
you got the
Goldberg
pop.
guy. Yeah. Well, I'm giving to the Kappa Boys because our Kappa Boys have
Yeah,
won belts.
no, it's fine.
They won the tag belts. So we're making this canon.
Hey, that's how it works. They're winning with the help of our bullshit with the Kaiba Boy thing. That's how it
Yeah,
works. Exactly. We're giving
yeah,
them power like the Spirit Bomb.
yeah. We have one saying the joke should stop. Not gonna lie, but it's cool you're having fun. But I was like, yeah, like until they break up, they are gonna be Kaiba Boys.
That's what it is. But next post you do, just say we won't stop calling them the Kaiba Boys until they lose the titles.
As I said, until they break up, we're not doing that. But we will. I'll tone it down a little when I make the post, but we ain't stopping until they're no longer a tag team.
I'll say lose the titles because they might also change your gimmicks a little bit too.
All right, so we'll do it when they lose the belts. All right, we
Yeah.
can do that. We can do that. Yeah, I'll even write that on there. Like I'll say, all right, the story's finished. Or the Kaiba Boys are no longer champions. It's time to move on. We have fun, but this is it.
More or less, yes.
We can't do it forever.
Nope.
But closing thoughts before we get out of here.
Nah, Trick Williams is gonna be interesting. I have no clue where the fuck the main event scenes are gonna go because they seem kind of, I don't know, bottlenecked with a lack of people in the locker room. But it's at least somewhat interesting. And then Thursday is a live episode, so those have been better this year than anything else they do. So that's something. Just
Right.
we're not gonna be here after the fact because they have to fucking start at 10 in the fucking evening. Why? 10 at night. That means they're not gonna get done till fucking midnight. I'm gonna sleep. Fucking 10.
Yeah.
Fucking 10. Fucking West Coast. Stupid.
But no, we won't be here this week. But we'll be here next Thursday. Thank you all so much. Follow us on various social media platforms, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. We're all over on there. Follow Andrew at IWC War Chief. Check out his stuff at thechairshot.com. Always use your head. Follow me on Twitter at DavidPhoenix12. Follow my Instagram at HouseHousemanCosplay. I also have my anime podcast every Tuesday, Otaku Cafe. We're live on the Dirt Sheet pages along with W2 Network. And then we're also here almost every day. Monday we got Raw. Tuesday is NXT. Wednesday is Dynamite. Thursday is us. Friday is SmackDown. I know some do like a Sunday recap for like Evolve or whatever. And we're also here for PLEs, pay-per-views, all the coverage. So thank you all again. We'll see you all next Thursday. Take care, everybody.